Hi guys, so for this project we're going to need a tapestry needle, scissors, tape measure and a 4mm hook, as well as 2 contrasting colours of acrylic yarn. So I'm using green and white. So this is like an overview of the jumper here, so gorge, and so we're just going to start on this bit down here. Okay, so to start off we are going to create a slip knot like this, pull it tight and insert your hook like this. So we are going to create a chain of 10 plus 1. So we're going to chain, and so to chain, basically all you do is you loop your hook around like this, like anti-clockwise, counterclockwise. There you go. Like this, and then you just pull it right through the hole like that. So counterclockwise, up like this. So you kind of face your hook downwards and then kind of like go that way, like this way, that way. So down, around, and pull it through. So we're going to create 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we're going to do one extra, and then we're going to place, so we're going to start our single crochets now. So basically you just insert your hook like this, so not into that first one, into the second one like this, and you pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 like that. Insert your hook, wrap your hook around the yarn, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2. And then you just keep doing that all the way down until the end of the row. Right, so I have come to the end of the row, and so now I'm going to chain 1 and turn my work. And so now we're going to be doing a front loop single crochet. So basically, see this, here we go, see that V here? So if I was doing a normal single crochet, like I would go through them like that, like the 2 of them. But for the front loop single crochet, I'm only going to be going through that first one like this. Okay, so here it is again. So like this, through the first one, the front loop only, the loop that is towards you. Pull up a loop like this, yarn over and pull through 2. So the exact same as a normal single crochet, but you are just using the front loops only. And this creates like a ribbing effect. And it makes it like kind of stretchy. So here it is, front loop single crochet all the way down, and there's our last one there, like this. And then we're gonna chain 1, turn your work, and just do the exact same thing. So continue like front loop single crocheting until you get to about 19.5 inches long, and that is going to look like this. So hold on, let me zoom out. So it's going to look like that. Okay, so we're going to want to have 2 of these. So once you're finished the first one, just go straight ahead and create the second one and just make sure they're matching. So yeah, I will come back to you once I have the second one finished. So I'm coming up on my final stitch, just here, and I'm going to pull it tight, and I'm going to cut it off and pull it through. So once the white ribbed piece is done, you want to just double knot the green thread onto the corner of it, and once that is on, you just pull up a loop like this and then chain 2 like that. So now we're gonna half double crochet into like every space we can find. There's no really like particular place that you can really put them, but you're just gonna have to push your hook in. So basically 2 half double crochet, wrap your yarn around the hook, so yarn over and go into that same exact stitch, so that big hole there, go into it. Wrap the yarn around your hook and pull up a loop like this. And now you have 3 loops on your hook. So yarn over again and pull through all 3 like that. And then to do it again, so just yarn over like this, go into a hole that you could find, pull up a loop like this, and then you have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 3. Do it again, yarn over into one of the holes you can find, yarn over, pull up a loop, 3 things on your hook, yarn over and then pull through all 3. And so just keep doing this until the very end of the row, and then I will show you how to finish off the row. Okay, so we've just done our last stitch on the first round, and what we're going to do now is we're going to chain 2 like this, 1, 2, and we're going to turn our work over like this, and we're going to go, so we're going to yarn over and we're going to go into this stitch here. So like the first stitch, and just do a half double, yarn over, and just keep going, half doubles upon half doubles like this, go go go. And we want to do this for about 7.5 inches, so just keep going across and across until we get like, let's see, let's get the tape measure right, 7.5, there we go, until we get to like there, and that's when we're going to want to stop. Okay, so this bit is done. I've done 7.5 inches. I'll just show you here. So we have got 7.5 inches. Okay, and now we're gonna start like on the armholes. So on either side here, I've gone in 3 inches. So I'm not gonna get the tape measure, just take my word for it. This is 3 inches here, and I've just put a stitch marker, and then same on the other side, 3 inches here and then a stitch marker. So basically we are going to slip stitch until we hit this stitch marker that I've placed 3 inches in from the edge. So actually I've just chained 2 here, I'm going to get rid of that. Only chain 1 on the last one. Here we go. And just go straight in to the first hole, yarn over, pull it through, and then you've got 2 loops on your hook, and just pull it through that second loop there. And that is how you slip stitch. So pull it through, 2 loops on your hook, and then pull it through like that. And so we are going to slip stitch until we hit that stitch marker. Okay, so once you hit there, you slip stitch into that last one there, and you chain 2, and then you yarn over and half double crochet into that same hole, and you half double crochet into every stitch along the row until you get to the other stitch marker just here. Okay, so once we hit there, I will get back to you and I'll show you what to do. Okay, so once you get to the end, you are going to want to chain 2 like this, and just turn your work, and then you just keep going. So keep going in rows like this until you get, so here it is, keep going in rows until you get to the height of 2.5 inches. And then we're going to start on the V, so yeah, about here. And then we're going to stop and we're going to start going out like that. Okay guys, so here is the 2.5 inches that I have done. So now we're going to start on the V part of it. So basically what you're going to do is like fold it in half like this. Make sure they're all lined up, and grab a stitch marker, and you're just gonna want to put it right in the middle like that, so you can get, so you know where the middle is. Okay, so what we're gonna do put your hook inside. I've changed 2, and now we're just going to half double crochet all along this side here. And you're going to want to half double crochet up until the stitch marker, and then I will show you what to do. Okay, so we are at the stitch marker, well, one more, and then I'm going to take it out and we're just going to half double into that one there, the one that it was in, and then chain 2 and turn your work. And you are going to want to half double not into this one, you're going to want to go into the second stitch. So yarn over and go into that second stitch there. Like that, and then you just keep going down the row. Okay, we're coming to the end of the row. Chain 2, turn your work. And so what we're going to want to do now is, so keep half double crocheting until you have 2 stitches left here. So we have 2 stitches left here and here. So what we're going to do is we are going to decrease. So put your hook in here, pull up a loop, yarn over again, and place your hook into the next one and pull up a loop. And so now you have 5 loops on your hook, 5 loops on your hook there, and then just yarn over and pull through all 5 like that. And then you chain 2, turn your work, and now yarn over and don't go into that first stitch here. Don't go into that one, go into the second one again. And that is what we are going to continue doing. Okay, so you can kind of start to see the V forming right here. So keep continuing like that step, decreasing until you get to about 2.5 inches in width. Here we go. So when it's about like that thick, you can stop and you can tie off, and I'll show you what that looks like now. Okay, so we have come to the end, so that's 2.5 inches in width, and now I'm just going to snip off the end. Make sure it's only 1 chain. Put your hook through and tie it off like that. Gorge. Okay, so that is 1/2 of our V done. So now I'm going to attach my yarn. Okay, so I am going to attach my yarn into this one here. So this is like attached, so we're not going into this one, we're going into the one beside it, just this one here. So just attach your yarn, pull it up like this, and chain 1, and then chain 2. So we've got 2 chains right here. And now we are going to half double crochet into the following stitch, so not that same one, the next one. And you can crochet like over this end here, which so we don't have to cut it off later. So yeah, no decreases or anything, just plain old half doubles until you get to the end of the row. And then I will get back to you and show you what to do. It's basically the same thing again. So I'm just going to briefly show you, but it's literally the exact same thing. So we are going to the end of the row, and then we're going to chain 2, and then we're going to go back this way, and then we're going to and then we're going to decrease. Okay, so here we are at the end of the row. Here, chain 2 and turn your work. And that's just the end there. I'm actually just going to snip that off. And so yeah, keep half double crocheting until you get to the end, until there's only 2 stitches left. Okay, so we have 2 stitches left, and I'm going to decrease here. Chain 2, turn your work, and then we're just gonna keep doing that until we get to 2.5 inches again, and then they will be matching, and then we'll be done the first the front panel of the sweater vest. The front panel finished with the V, and so now we are going to move on and do the back panel, which is more or less the same as the front, except there's just no V. So we have our lovely ribbed bit at the bottom, and so basically you do the exact same thing. So go back, I'll put like the time on the screen, follow the exact same steps until you have this plus 7 inches again, and then I'll show you what to do. Okay, so I finished my 7.5 inches here, and I placed, well, I already kind of started, but I had a stitch marker here, and there's a stitch marker here, and I am just going to go back and forth between these until I get to the height of 7.5 inches, and once I'm there, I'm going to stop, and then I'm going to show you what to do. Okay, so I have done my 7 inches here. Lay your 2 pieces on top of each other and like put them side by side. So because we did 7 inches, we have about an inch or so left up here, and so I have put stitch markers, so when you line them up, look at where your kind of point is here and just put a stitch marker like in line with that, and then do the same on the other side too. So let me show you. Yeah, just here. So get your corner and just put a stitch marker on that line. So we are here, and so we can like take away your front bit, put it over there, and insert your hook here. Okay, what we're gonna do is we are going to half double crochet until the stitch marker, and you're going to want to go into the stitch with the stitch marker, chain 2, and turn your work, and then we're going to go back across, and you're going to want to chain 2, turn your work, and we're going to want to do one more row. So that is going to be a total of 3 rows here. Okay, so for this, just attach your yarn and do the exact same thing that you did on the other side. So 3 rows until the stitch marker, and then you'll get to 1 inch, and then just tie off. Okay, so I have finished this side, and so now I have both, and now I am ready to attach the 2 sides together. Okay, so here's an overview. Here is the front, and then here is the back piece. So now we're just going to sew them together and then do the little white bits here and then on the arms as well. Okay, so you're going to want to lay these flat on each other. So right sides facing. And we are going to just slip stitch all the way down this line here, and we're going to slip stitch these two together up here as well. So insert your hook into these two bits here. Make sure you're going through both, and attach your yarn like this. I'm actually gonna like do this in a double knot because I don't want it to come apart. Here we go. Sorry. So just double knot it like that. And insert your hook. And just chain one. So I'm going to bring this around like this. So just make sure these two bits are facing you. Where is the thread? Okay. So get into a position that is comfortable for you because this is kind of fiddly. So I'm gonna slip stitch over these two threads here. I'm gonna zoom in a bit more. Okay. Is this too zoomed in? I don't know. Okay. So I am just going to insert my hook like this. Yarn over, pull through, and then pull through. Oh, pull through that one there, like this. Do it again. Make sure you go through both. Yarn over, pull through, and then pull through like that. So yeah, continue. Just slip stitch all the way up, both sides, and the top. So yeah, just keep slip stitching all the way up the sides, and then up here, but I'll show you how to do it up here. The same thing though. Okay, so we are just going to attach the yarn like this, just a little double knot. Like that. Chain, so pull up a loop and chain one. And then just go ahead and slip stitch all along. I know it's kind of messy, like there's so many different things going on here, but you know, it is what it is. So just slip stitch, go through both all along this line here as well. And once you're finished this, then we are going to start on the white for around the neck. So like the ribbing, I guess. I don't know if you call it ribbing. But yeah, so just go all along here on both sides. I've already done the other one here. And then we're going to turn it inside out, and we're going to start on this bit here. Okay, so here it is all sewn together and turned right side up. So I've just turned it inside out, and now the seams are gorgeous. So now I'm going to get the white thread and just start on the ribbing here and on the armhole. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert, do you know what, I'm going to do it at the back because he's looking at the back. Okay, so I am going to do just here, I guess, kind of at the back on this side to the left. Kind of do wherever you want, though, it doesn't really matter. And just get some white on your hook. So I'm not going to do a double knot this time. I'm just going to chain two like so, and I'm going to half double crochet into every stitch around. Okay, so I have come to the very last stitch here. I'm just going to slip stitch these two together and I'm gonna chain one, and I'm going to snip off the end and tie it off. And there you go. So that's the neck part. Now I only did one round of it because I'm going to do one kind of another round in green of single crochet, and then I'm going to do another round of white. Get your green and it just attaches. Like this, chain one. Okay, and get a hold of everything. So I'm just going to single crochet all the way around. Okay, so single crochet, you go in to the hole, pull up a loop, 2 loops on your hook there, yarn over and pull through 2. That is a single crochet, and it's kind of small and cute, which is why we're doing it. And so yeah, just do this all the way around, really similar to how we did the other one. Okay guys, here is the single crochet green. So I just went all the way around and I did the exact same thing here. Just here, slip stitch them right there. And now I'm going to do one more round of white, and then I'm going to move on to these bits, and then we're going to be donezo. So again, I'm going to pick somewhere else this time because I feel like this bit is like, there's so much going on. I'm going to pick the other corner. Okay, so I've just attached my white. I've just kind of picked somewhere random to do it. Just because I feel like here has gotten enough. And I am just going to half double crochet into every stitch until I get back to where I started, and then I will tie off and then we can move on. And actually, just for this last round, so for the single crochet I did it as well, actually I decreased here where the dip is, so when you get to here just decrease a stitch just to make sure it stays pointy. But yeah, so just go all the way around and then I will meet you back when I'm done. Okay, here she is. She is so pretty. So I finished my half double crochet white round and I tied it off, grand, and now I'm going to be moving on to the sleeves. So here I go. We have attached the yarn, and again, you know the drill, half double crochet into every stitch. Okay, so I just tried it on with just one round of half double crochets on the sleeve, and I think that fits fine. I don't think I need another extra round, so I am just going to snip it off. So I held my loop in there, snip it like that, pull it through and tighten it there, and now I'm just going to do the exact same thing on the other side. Okay, so I just finished this side and now we're done. So I'm just going to weave in the ends with my tapestry needle, and yeah, we're done.